I am a Fox Island local. Until I left my hometown for college, I didn't realize how much I took it for granted. We have a mini-mart, even our own zip code, but that's all I knew. It's about time that I learned about our community and history, and who better to ask than the Historical Society right down the road.
Why is it called Fox Island? Where does that come from?
It comes from the exploration of Puget Sound, George Wilkes expedition, and it was named for Lieutenant J. Fox, who was an assistant surgeon on the expedition. And it was not named for the animals, however, there have been foxes periodically that come and go. People are really making a big deal of it nowadays and putting foxes on everything, which does give you the impression that that we had a lot of foxes, but that's not true.
I've actually seen one fox. I've never ever seen a
I
fox.
have.
Yeah.
I have. I think I've seen
amazed.
one.
I was amazed.
It was either a fish camp or a hunting camp. In 1850, the United States offered 320 acres of land to every male over 18 that would come settle here, and if that 18-year-old male got married, then they could have another 320 acres, so 640 acres. They wanted it settled so that we could keep our claim to these lands. So that started the initial problem that led to the Indian Wars. In 1853, Washington became a territory, and Governor Isaac Stevens, his job was to get the Indians to relinquish their lands.
We're ordered to go to Fox Island or be killed. They had a choice. Because if you were here, they were considered nice Indians. If you weren't on Fox Island, they would kill you.
So overall, it was not good.
It was 1896 or so. Dave, you can catch me on this, but I think it was around 1896 that a man named, I think it was A.J. Miller, came from Iowa, Grinnell, Iowa. But I think he read about this part of the world, and he found this. It was down by the old church, which is now a chapel on the waterfront, and he had a tract of land there. And that was this originally, I call it the Plymouth Rock of Fox Island, because Sylvan was the beginning of the island's little population.
1951 as a teacher.
What school did you work at?
Fox Island. At that time, it was a 2-room schoolhouse, 8 grades. My first year, I had 3 grades, and I had 20-some children. I did my student teaching in 1st grade, and I thought, okay, what do I do with 3 grades? I've got to have reading groups for each. I've got to have arithmetic groups for each. I've got to have spelling for each. And I thought, okay. So I asked the kids, I said, now tell me something about what the teacher before me did. And they gave me a schedule that she had, and a piece of cake after that.
It's my understanding that there were multiple buildings.
The Fox Island School was the WPA project that opened up. And there was a Benbow School, and I think that's where the old garbage dump was. But that's where that school was at one time. And then there was down in the cove off Sylvan.
Lincoln.
That was called Lincoln, that's right. And it was in what became a very nice house.
I came out here when I was 10 years old onto Fox Island, and my parents bought a working farm in the middle of World War II, 1943. I'm still living in the same house I grew up in. You know, as a kid growing up here, went to this 2-room schoolhouse. You met everyone in class because you knew everyone, and you rode a bus to school. All the food that we had for lunch cost 10 cents a day. So we had a couple of cows. Each day we'd bring a gallon of raw milk, and all the kids at school would have milk for lunch. I think for that we charged the school 25 cents a day, and there were 4 of us in the family, so we only paid 15 cents a day to feed 3 kids or 4 kids. And you made lifelong friends with all these people in that 28 person, one room schoolhouse.
And there was a Grange here on the island
And there was
too.
a Grange, and then the Grange was kind of the social center of Fox Island. In part of that Grange, there was a junior Grange, so we all formed a junior Grange.
Do you guys have like a favorite event or fundraiser or something?
Well, my favorite used to be the Fox Island fair, and then we had dances.
We would go down there and have dances, and we were not allowed to have liquor. And you felt as though you were back in your childhood years, because you had to go to the cars to have drinks.
Yeah.
But we had so much fun.
Yeah.
The high school kids came and played for some of the dances we had on Fox Island. I mean, we were pretty isolated with only a ferry, and all of a sudden there was no place for them to stay. They were here, they were stuck. Mm-hmm. So Albert allowed him to use the barn, and they slept in the barn and loved it, and came back and played for us several times for our dances. When I lived here, and first moved here, there were probably 300 families that lived on the island. More when summertime came, but permanent residents all year round. You didn't have to buy a license for your car. You didn't have to have a license to drive a car, because nobody came over here to bother you. And when the bridge came in, people who couldn't afford to drive that far, couldn't afford all the work, to get to work. It was pretty expensive for some of them, so we lost a lot of people. And then the bridge, of course, had a toll on it that we had to pay. So it's changed a great deal.
Would you say it's changed for the better or for the worse?
To me, the changes are not great, wonderful changes.
How do you mean?
I think we used to be a very nice, close-knit community, and from my feeling is in the last several years, most people come here to live and not participate. If I didn't love where I live, my particular little nest, I don't think I would stay.
Well, I loved it. I mean, the people here on this island are what got me to teaching. And after my first year here, there was no way I wanted to do anything else, and no place else I wanted to live. Everything is much nicer and better kept and taken care of now. But I don't know the people here anymore like I did then.
I have to concur with Sandy that it's was a lovely, warm place to live. You knew everyone and felt comfortable. And you participated in things and tried to make things run. But doing the play-by-play description of the island has changed over the years, because what I remember of the island, some is non-existent, and they no longer exist.
Well, good luck. Are you going to send something of your finished product to Karen?
Oh, yeah.
Good. That'll be part of the archives.
There could be a lot
Be on my watch.
There could be a lot of editing on our part.
I know. That's right. That's right.
You
Well, it's
will
been fun.
edit it, I hope.